Vitala talked, he seemed rather subservient, didn't he?
He wasn't like trying to like hold any pride.
Let's see. All right. Nope. So, in this particular case, Ryu is going to hold on to Vitala just on the off chance that he doesn't know how losing him at the moment is going to affect him.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
So I guess
Remember,
you say I can handle it.
We've seen, at least from his point of view, he's seen two people lose their personas, and they both did not go happy about it. Suzuka and Akira. I mean, that's his only reference, so...
Yeah, it's not that he says that he'll be fine, it's that given the effects that he's seen of people losing their personas, he feels that if that were to happen, it would undermine his ability to do the cleanup.
And then it will be like, very well, I suppose. I suppose all of us will have to lend you some kudos, though. But well, you'll need to be particularly monitored. I suppose I'll have to talk with Kuroki and Nakamatsu to see what we can do for you. But I suppose after we can continue further after you've done what you've needed to be done. And Haru will be like, yes, if Vitala is needed for whatever Ryu needs to do for penance, then, well, we can hold off. I do have preparations just in case. And we can do that immediately after he's at least paid back a little of what he owes. And Kaz will be like, oh, yes, I suppose you could go now.
Go before he dies and you're playing for it. You'd be the easiest one to throw under the rug out of this room.
Yeah, that's true.
And Tomas he'll just kind of nod. He'll be like, right, let us go then. And he'll just kind of gesture for you to walk out.
Ryu will do so.
And I guess we can go back to the school. And he'll just kind of say that if you had such personal concerns of yourself, why didn't you use the facilities that were granted to you? We could have prevented something like this. We could have done something more.
Ryu will just kind of look at him and says, like, do I really look like the kind of person that really has much concern for my own well-being?
Well, you certainly seem to be physically informed, though mentally that's always been the hardest challenge, judging somebody's mental health.
I'd say, considering the fact that if you went into my records and found that I am the way I am physically in the span of 1.5 years, that maybe there is some kind of mental issue on pushing one's body that hard.
Well, when it comes to mythopoetics, we can't necessarily take all biological signs to mean what they originally meant. It can often be an illusion or a decoy for something else. But, well, I have heard a bit of what you tried to do. After all, I did help cordon off the area which you're going to. And shadows are a nasty business, Takinaka. If you're already emotionally disturbed, then it will simply twist that even further into something that will last beyond just, well, a normal temporary means.
Right. I'll remember that. But I can say at this moment, thanks to my family, I do have a small means of protections from the shadow.
I see. Maybe yourself, as you are, without anything else involved, but there's more than just yourself inside of you.
Maybe. But in this particular case, I don't know if anybody would be all that sad for him to disappear.
It's not a question of him disappearing. That is the sad thing. It's how he will, which is the thing that you should remain vigilant about.
Right.
But I suppose we'll talk more after you've done your task, especially when it comes to your patron, unless you wish to drop out of this persona-related thing entirely. There are medicines towards that, so the dark deal will always linger within you.
Yes, but everything I keep hearing about the dark deal seems to constantly be changing, so I suppose we'll have to see where that comes from. But I think at this stage, I'm probably going to be following those who know more a little more closely than I used to.
Well, it is quite unfortunate that with your health that you managed to make contact with such a opportunistic and a morally black demon. That is quite the shame.
I suppose in one sense it is, and I suppose in another sense it's better for him than something worse.
An inability, I suppose that is quite an optimistic way of looking at things. Well, I will, even though Minamoto Sensei is my personal tutor, he is quite possibly the best thing for you, especially your sentiments about your dojo. I understand that you've had conflict with students of my class before, and I can empathise with the rough-headed and impulsive actions, but really, for the sake of Japan and for her people, we are only trying to do what's best for it. In this academy and personally.
I have no issues or complaints with that. The only real things that it came down to that was the fact that the desire to become stronger. So to become stronger, you must fight strong foes. That was my only real ever conflict with them.
Well, if you wish to become stronger, well, there is no other person who is stronger than Minamoto that currently resides here in this land.
I'll remember that, though I doubt I'm ever going to be at a level where it's going to be interesting for him to ever spar with me. I have enough trouble just trying to keep up with those that work at my dojo.
Sparring? No, but tutelage. This is an academy after all.
Right.
I would give it careful thought. You won't find an opportunity elsewhere. It's one of the perks of being a student here, having access to such prime opportunity.
I'm sure, but tell me, am I going to have to change my Arcana card? I've almost kind of become used to being the devil.
He'll just look at you like, what?
Ryu would just kind of give a half-hearted smile. I suppose that is a rather weird question, isn't it?
He'll just kind of furrow his brow. And he'll look like he'll want to say something, and then he'll be like, never mind. So, I will see you tomorrow then, should things go well. well, I'll probably be seeing you tomorrow anyway if things don't go well. And he'll just kind of wave.
Right then. See you tomorrow one way or the other, Senpai.
Takinaka. And then he'll walk off. And you'll see Kuroki come out with a spring in his step, and he'll be like, I suppose you survived with your head intact. Don't mind Atsuko, she's very, opinionated.
Oh, no. At this stage of the game, while I'm still me, I'm very much of the opinion that to the victor goes the spoils.
I suppose that's why you ended up here in the first place. But it seems that, you're going to be encountering shadows. And, I hope you're up for a beating. From your emotional state and your mythological state, they're all quite fragile. You're probably in the weakest you have been in those regards. Shimoda did quite a number there, but,
If I wasn't up for it, then I suppose in the long run it wouldn't really matter since I'm needed for this.
Yes. Shadow's off. If you don't have everything that contributed to a Shadow's origins, well, you never can completely eradicate it. I suppose that we will be able to salvage things. You did get the pills, did you not?
Yes, Genda handed them out.
Ah, right. That took quite a lot of manoeuvring to get about. They are quite rare nowadays, since most people are able to manifest their personas without stimulants. And those stimulants are simply used for side boosts rather than direct upgrades.
Right.
I suppose my advice is that you'll probably want to take all of them, even if your persona is radically affected. Well, since you're getting rid of it, you only have side causes of the fact that you got rid of your persona that would attribute to your awakening if you ever should reach that state.
Right. I'll keep that in mind, though I may save those for an emergency situation. What happens to me, I'm not really too worried about. What happens to the others is more of an issue, I suppose.
And Gend will be like, what happens to you affects everybody else. This is a team effort, by the way. It seems that when it comes to you, Ogata, Himura, you'll probably be needing those pills more than anybody else.
Maybe.
And Kuroki will be like, yes, each case has the dosage that one can take without long-lasting, permanent visual effects. But if you take more than your case, well, you might get a growth or two. Probably. I've never quite taken the above the recommended dosage myself, though it would be quite fascinating to research into. I suppose it depends on your persona as well, how this might manifest. You might have something more internal rather than external, or something that lingers. But I do hope you don't need to have more than just the dosage. That would be quite terrible.
Right. Well, I suppose one way or another I'll let you know what happens during all of this.
Yes. Well, speaking of which, we do have to monitor you. It's more of a fail-safe, really. Judging from your files, you do have an ability that would safeguard people away from you quite handily. You are aware of it, are you?
Wait, what? Out of character, sorry.
Talking about your personal effects.
Oh.
Why are you whispering?
Yeah. Yes, I suppose that might actually finally come in handy.
Finally, it's a great tool. A lot of variety. You can entice people towards a certain area or away from something. Lots of interesting uses, but well.
Yes, maybe, but I suppose generally in my circumstances, you don't want to cause too much of a stampede when you are unsure of how others are going to react to it.
Mm. Mm. A good craftsman doesn't blame his tools, Takinaki.
Well, I'm not blaming the tools. I just prefer more to get down and dirty into the situations.
Down and dirty. He'll just kind of write that down. And the Genji will be like, anyway, we won't be able to help you within the rift since, from what Suzuki has told me, it's of an instance that is different from our own, and, not everything will stay permanent, but we can at least monitor what happens, so we're able to track how your persona development is going. But that's all we can do, really. And she'll just pass him an earpiece.
Ryu will take it.
It'll be like a small pressure upon one of your arteries to track your heartbeat. It also the ears are, fundamentally where you get your sense of balance from, so we'll be able to tell minute differences for it. Even if you might be able to sense it, we will.
Never been much one for jewelry, but okay. Ryu will put it on.
Genda was talking.
Okay. I didn't catch that part.
In Kirky will be like, yes, quite a piece from Rion. I had to divulge some of my own research, but for Japan, I suppose, even though he's not Japanese.
Right.
Right. Well, I hope you get out in one piece. Or at least carry all the pieces out with you.
Right. So if I don't make it out in one piece, do you need a subject to study this on?
Well, if you wish to donate your organs to research, I happen to carry around forms if you wish to sign those.
Do you really need the forms?
It's of course we do. Consent is everything.
Right. Well, I suppose if I end up in the shadow state, better some use comes from me.
All right. So do you sign the research donation thing?
Yes.
All right. You'll be like, excellent. You don't have any moral quandaries about your body. That'll be quite handy. Thank you for furthering science.
Not a problem.
And then we'll be like, right, I suppose we should make our way back to the dormitory and, update people as to how things went. It's a good thing that, Nakamatsu is on the board, especially if you're going to become a technician. But I did tell him just to make sure your emotions aren't completely heightened. We'll save that meeting for another time.
Wait, could you repeat that?
You won't meet Nakamatsu now because you need to be focused on the task ahead. You'll meet you sometime later.
Not a problem.
Why do you have to talk like that?
Yeah, why?
It's
insulting.
That's my meta talk.
Mm.
Alright. Also, I've talked for a shit long time.
You could have stopped anytime you wanted.
I can't stop this train.
Yeah, let's keep going. Onto the warehouse.
We're going back to the dorm before we go to the warehouse.
That makes sense.
But Rep's gotta feel up the girl.
Alright.
That's
Wait,
done
didn't
with.
you do that already?
No, I just felt up like Kaharu. He's still got to fill up the other
Don't feel up, Iga. It's fine.
No, the idea was basically because her distinctions are left in there, so he's got to find them.
Please don't rape Iga. Okay. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, roll to see how well you feel of Ica.
Alright, so what's everybody doing?
Well, Dave wanted Raph to do his distinction thing to see if he can grab some info on Iga. Because you blacked out.
Oh.
Never pay attention to us.
When this assault will happen.
Actually, I'm gonna need to head out for.
Alright.
That's okay.
You leaving soon, or you got to leave now, Chris?
Leaving now.
All right.
Will you be gone for the rest of the session?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
And yeah, we already know that Matt's leaving in about an hour. So
Yeah. So let's keep going. Make the time we've got valuable.
yeah, if nothing else, let's get all the prep work done so we can just jump into it next week.
Yeah.
Or we can start next.
Plan.
We can start now and just basically
I mean, we'll get to the entrance at least.
At least. We've got a lot to go through. I think we should get carving. I figure at least. We have to fucking get
I mean,
the
if
warehouse
somebody's
before we even
willing
get
to
the lift.
play Kaharu and Reiko in battle,
Yeah, sure.
because I won't be doing it.
Sure. I've always wanted to min-max other people. Because you souls suck at playing. Look at me, I'm just a dog in a bed. I know better than you.
Well,
Look
what
into
I'll
my
do
eyes.
is that we can get the battle before you go into the rift out of the way.
Definitely.
Oh, good.
Yes, let's at least clear the preliminary shit. But before that, goodbye,
Alright, so-
Chris. Love you.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
a good one.
see you next week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, then
That was the
remember
last
also
session
that's
before
last
Christmas.
session of the year, so
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we could reschedule the one if New Year's is busy for afterwards. I mean, we got time.
God forbid, I might be busy on a Wednesday.
Just-
yeah. Remember, Jess is supposed to be working Wednesday or Thursdays now, so Wednesdays are out.
just
Like sometimes
fuck
I
Jess.
get another day during the week.
Fuck Jess. She's the DM. She's just a cock slave.
So I'm
Somehow,
guessing
when
we-
missing the GM, games never seem to progress very well. I've
Oh, she'd
noticed
be
that.
there. We pressure her into it. It'd be fine.
the assault
I've also noticed games
happens
tend to go
in
badly
June.
when you do that too often.
Ah, it's fine. Just needs a push. And
Got it.
smack and a shove. Yeah. No problem, buddy. You're welcome. Haha,
So what are people doing while reusing detention?
Kira's just in the common room, just lounging, just trying to like put off all the unhealthy thoughts, trying to do a half-hearted meditation.
Well, how long do we have for before like we're doing a thing?
About an
Yeah,
hour, I
that's why
think.
I was wondering.
You have like 2-3 hours.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay, I know.
I
what
mean,
I'll be doing.
obviously the talk, like they were doing preparation and shit. Like he was in the waiting room for quite a bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Attempt to meditate.
Rio would start studying for like 2 of them, but when it's like, if they were given like a time to expect them, when about an hour before that came, he would say, well, I need to go pick up some things from Jeffrey.
Yay.
Alright.
Just some ninny-nanny items.
Some things that will prove helpful.
Okay.
Just some final preparations.
Just because I was gonna do it anyway later, I'm buying an extra equipment slot, so
Alright.
it works out now that I don't have to respec my equipment. And I just add the little tote pockets, but
Yeah,
for later on, because I've lost the one space because of my ring, so I was gonna buy it.
Right.
So
Yeah, sell new items.
Alright. So Rio is able to buy his stuff normally.
Buy it normally?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Cool.
When
Good to
Raph
know.
comes up, Jeffrey will be like, so are you willing to invest in your future now?
Could you explain more into that? Because I have no idea what you're talking about at the moment.
Well, yes, it seems that you're going to be in quite a bit of trouble with, the whole world wanting to end stuff. So I need you to invest in your future, so I'll be able to help you out when things go up shit creek.
How?
Whoa! Who taught Jeffrey that language?
I won't report you
Jeff,
to Kira.
what have you done?
But how? How do I invest in my future?
Well, you donate a part of yourself to me.
Wait, what?
Well, it doesn't have to be like your soul or anything. Anything that you'll need in the future, I can hold on to it. So meta-wise, this can be XP, Maca.
What does it mean? Hold on to it.
You mean
It's
what do you mean?
donation, it's investment. He puts onto it and it grows with him and he shares the revenue.
Oh, it's like in RPG
Oh.
games, you have a chest when can put items,
Yeah,
and
it's
if your
investment.
character dies, you can make a new one and he gets those items.
Yeah! Or,
Kinda.
investment banking.
It's like an
With
investment.
your soul.
Okay, but
He
is
doesn't
it
take it.
really?
He put it in. Yes,
Alright.
it is quite literally.
I would like to say is this Jeffrey donations included? Is that what he's talking about?
No.
Yeah,
This is a
donations
new one.
are included.
Alright, good. I've given him at least 50 or so Maca.
I mean, as long as you wrote it down on your page.
I
will
did.
put that- I will put that in the investment.
I did. Once
Yeah.
you're reminded.
Actually,
of the donations.
then back at the beginning, I actually basically bought Jeffrey presents from Jeffrey.
Yeah, same. We've done that. Yeah.
So theoretically, I have already invested in him. If that's what we're counting
Yeah,
as.
you invested in him, not in yourself.
Okay,
Yeah, now
so
we're investing in ourselves through donating to him. It's a complicated process.
Okay. So,
all right.
Oh,
guess it-
is there an obvious point
Is
to
it
this?
weird that I'm getting
Yes.
completely?
Okay.
the
What do you
obvious
mean?
point.
Is there an obvious point?
The obvious
It's that
point.
she's never
Wait,
said.
everybody's
that
talking,
the
hold
And let
investment
me
is
finish.
I will.
The point I was trying to make is that impending you coming into your first rift, Jeffrey has been preparing, and now Jeffrey and Raph are rank 7, and the personal effects you get with Jeffrey is in future investment.
What?
Wait.
Or social rank effects.
Nice.
All right, so I will be investing XP into Jeffrey. I just don't understand the exact numbers here. Also,
You put things in a vault, and then you can access the vault somehow. But you
oh
don't
wow,
find
okay.
it out. Yes.
Cool.
All right, yeah, I will definitely be using that then extensively. The other thing also is I will be going to the to the church for my main time just to basically get that over with, so everybody keeps pestering. So everybody can stop
That's
pestering.
kind of an important thing to do. Sure you want to gloss over it?
I don't.
Let's
I'm
just
not
go
gonna
to
basically.
church before
I'm
going
not gonna
to-
go to basically do the meeting or anybody. I'm just gonna go pick up the cash that I need from them and set up a
Well-
time for a party so that we can all meet together.
Well,
and
the
get that done
meeting
with.
thing is the rule. I'm pretty fucking sure.
Yeah, the money was for the bounty. The meeting
We
was
got-
the reward.
We got the money already. The thing we've been saying is we need to schedule that meeting.
Yeah. Okay, so then we have them because
Yeah, we have the money.
so then yeah, Matt, I've paid you that.
I mean, the money's in Gender's safe, so if you wanted to take it out.
Wait, what do
That's-
you mean it's in getting the safe? We got that money, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I didn't know
I got-
Raph handed it out to everybody. If he
Yes!
did-
Why
You didn't
wouldn't
think he
he?
got it.
Why
Yes.
wouldn't-
I don't know. See,
You said we needed to schedule the meeting to get paid for something, to get a thing from something else. What was it?
Yeah.
it was the original reward.
The original
It was the
one.
quest mission that we had to go and talk to what's his name from the church.
Yeah, exactly. It's their
Yeah.
reward. We got the Umbrahawk payment.
Yeah.
We need the church one.
The church.
Oh my
the
god, you
church-
guys are confusing me so much. Just
Okay,
do it
Damn.
another time.
all monetary rewards have been gathered and distributed at this point. There's nothing else monetary basically on the table. If not, then I quickly go and get the money without activating any other quests to basically distribute the money. So at the end of this conversation, all monetary rewards will be given. In addition to that, I am setting up a time for us to basically go activate the church quest. We all good on this?
Right, you guys were confusing me. You guys got the money from Umberhall, but you didn't get the money from the church.
Going to get the
Right.
money from the church without activating the quest, and then I'm going to set up the time to activate the quest, okay?
I mean, you do realize that if you go there and be like, "Here, I want my money," okay, bye.
They're
That's
gonna
gonna
talk to you. Yeah, it's
we're
not a
about-
video game.
In a couple of... I do tell them that we're about to go into a splinter realm.
Maybe
to
just
wrestle
do it
your
later
soul.
then.
Don't
Just
go.
do it later.
All right, fine. I'm just trying...
People you're talking to.
This
What do you
is
think
one
our
of...
first impression is? They're gonna be like, "Oh fuck, it's just the Jews. Great, they want the money and they'll come back later." We don't need our first impression with these people. Dude, money's all fucking busy. Fuck, it doesn't matter. We don't need it.
All right. Just tired of this being so fucking confusing because I thought I already did this like 5 times, and every time it's like, yeah.
got the
Fine.
money from Umberhawk ages ago.
Take notes. Why does no one take notes?
I've said that every time this has come up. We need the church. We already got the money from Umberhawk.
Right.
Can we please keep going?
It's just my strong suggestion you don't just pop by for the
Yes.
church money. All right.
But there is church money.
There is a lot of church money. There was free.
Alright.
There's like 600 Macca you haven't collected from the church.
Yes.
That's okay. That's definitely new to me then. But fine, whatever. Moving on.
Yeah, because you get the money and you talk about the other rewards. They
Let's-
come together.
Go.
Yeah.
All
Ending
right.
this conversation because we're on limited time. For Rap's point of view, he studies, and then basically when it gets close to time, he goes, feels up the girl, and then we're done.
All right. But
Please stop.
all right. But Raph did unlock social rank 7 of Jeffrey.
Okay.
I want this walking
And-
by.
We'll deal with that also later.
Yeah.
If
Right.
nothing, yeah. If nothing else, the statue and 50 XP are put into storage. Nothing else.
It's Jeffrey. But anyway.
Holy crap! I'm at a 7. All right. Well, we'll talk about that after we go.
Alright. Guys are so argumentative. Alright. Alright, so you guys are like just chilling then until they get back?
No, I said what I'm doing.
You-
Using that
you-
time, I'm contacting or trying to find, sending a message to Gideon, Fuma Gideon, and saying that can I drop by? And can I drop by? Oh, that's what I say.
Alright, let's see if he's available. No. He says that he's currently he'll send back a message saying that he's currently got a task at hand and he'll get back to you as soon as possible.
No worries.
Not like he's at school or anything.
That task may be school. Alright. Alright. And Kaharu is colouring in a colouring book, okay. Alright, so I guess if nobody has anything else in particular they want to do, and you've made any purchases and stuff, and I guess Genda will come back with what the fuck's Akira doing?
I said she was gonna like kind of just trying to sit down and calm down, and eventually try to meditate to kind of just calm herself down a bit.
Oh,
You want
okay.
to roll for that?
I mean,
It doesn't.
I say just roll to see if you get a 1 or 100.
So should I just roll a d100?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Abandon all semblance of the dice.
Nothing happened. There we go.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Justice is like, yeah, I don't care.
I mean, if it was an important one, I'd ask you to roll everything.
Of
but it's-
course, I know. It's just background noise.
Yes.
Don't even think it should justify it, but whatever. Meditates. Well, I didn't want to take up more time.
Alright. So Genda will come back with Ryu.
I should make sure Kage opened the other admin calendar, just in case. Gotta make sure that shit didn't fuck up.
Alright.
God.
It's a very blurry photo.
But the 81, 93 and the other 90 were all blurry.
Well, they're blurry purposely.
You need to tell me what those were at some point. They might have been nice.
If I may ask just a quick question, would Traesto